Hello, I'm JoJo, and you're watching BestFan TV.
Hey Best Fans, it's your girl Nairisha.
And it's your girl Selena.
And we're so excited to bring you an artist today who's really, really close to our hearts.
And we're even more excited to share with you our very first segment of Girl Talk with our super special guest,
JoJo! Hey! I have to tell you a story first. Me and Selena kind of fought over this interview because we both grew up listening to and loving JoJo, obviously loving all your music and kind of growing up to it. So, we want to start there because that's what we know you best as.
We grew up together, apparently, yeah.
Of course. And so, when you were young singing about all those heartbreak songs, I personally was totally relating, and so was Selena. So we want to hear about, how's your music started off for you, and what was that sound that you developed, and how has kind of your sound changed now?
When I was 13, when I was 12 years old, I recorded Leave, Get Out, which was my first single, and I, of course, knew everything about love. But I didn't write that song, so it came to me, I put my voice on it, and I was an angsty kind of, spunky girl already. And then kind of, I don't know if it was that life started to imitate art. I did date some jerks, and then I, continued to write about it with Too Little Too Late. And then later with like my, spin on Marvin's Room that I took and stuff, that it just, I think I've grown into myself. There isn't one particular thing that I try to be more grown now or anything. It's a natural evolution.
It feels like we can't get out of first.
Your sound, what can fans possibly expect on, a future album? Because we've got Tringle. So what can fans possibly expect on the next album?
This album is about love. It's about the good, the bad, the ugly of it. And the sound is influenced by the things that I love. So you're going to have a little bit of hip-hop in there. You're going to have some live instrumentation, and you're going to have me being emo, because that's just how I am. And there's some really great ballads that I'm proud of, and some songs that, you can listen to while you're getting ready or while you're in the car and you're going to that hangout spot. And then there's a couple that are ready for the dance floor, but it doesn't feel completely all over the place. It's all me. It feels very true.
You garnered success very early on, in your career. You had a #1 Billboard chart song at the age of 13 years old, and that's very young for an artist. So how has the pressure been in terms of dealing with, what kind of society demands from women and people who kind of reach that height really early on?
When I was 13 and I was the youngest artist to do that, it was all a blur, and thankfully my mom was managing me, and she was sheltering me from a lot of the BS that, that comes in this industry. So when I turned 18, I was like, whoa, there's a lot that she kind of kept from me. And a lot of that, she didn't allow people to talk about my body or my image or things like that. If she got that, she kept that from me. So as I got older, though, I started to become more conscious of that. And people started to be more vocal. And, of course, it does mess with you if people are giving all their opinions, kind of shed that and just try to see how I feel best and what makes me happy, and and try to keep it about the music.
All right, and just going off Nairisha's topic, this is Girl Talk, so we're going to talk a little bit about style as well. So in saying that, I'm not even going to lie, back when you had Baby It's You, I totally wanted that silk crop jacket, and I went and made my mom come shopping with me to go buy one of those jackets because I wanted to be JoJo so bad. So tell us a little bit about your style transformation over the years from then, of course, until now.
So then it was all about Air Force Ones, colorful, like airbrush, spray painted, with matching jackets and things like that. And honestly, I'm still a huge fan of jackets, but now it's more like with a crop top, with a tight jean, with a great heel. I'm all about accessories, and I really like to play with more masculine things now. I've always been kind of a tomboy, but now it's more a play on menswear, a little bit sexier.
been known to write the love songs, to write the songs that come about heartbreak or about how to deal with these challenges that surround love. Is there ever a point an artist reaches, a point where you say, I can't write another love song anymore?
I think you might feel that way at certain moments, but I haven't reached that point. I'm single for the first time in a long time, so I'm just going to embrace that and the songs that come from that, and really kind of just focusing inward and learning myself at 24, because I've kind of been a serial monogamous. So I've had a lot of experience in love and in falling out of it, and I just love to write through it.
Those times run through me like a freight train. You're getting off, testing my patience till it's gone.
You know what they say, right? You can't really love someone else if you don't love yourself. And I feel like, this kind of point in someone's life is all about self-discovery. Would you say your album is kind of about that this time around?
Yes, absolutely. These past few years have been really all about self-discovery. And I'm thankful that I got to make my quote-unquote mistakes of, late teen years and early 20s away from the judgment of that spotlight. And so I got to put that into my music, though. The regrets or the achievements and in love and in life.
It's